The 1 hour curse, 12 a.m. The dare begins. It was supposed to be just another night of fun for Alex and his friends, an innocent dare that would last exactly 1 hour. The challenge? To stay inside the abandoned Blackwood Manor, a mansion long whispered about in town as being cursed. The rules were simple: enter at 12 a.m. and leave at 1 a.m. If they lasted the full hour, they'd win bragging rights. The group, Alex, Jake, Maya, and Sam, stepped inside, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the dust-covered furniture. The air smelled of mold and decay, and an unsettling chill wrapped around them like invisible fingers. They split up to explore, each taking a different section of the house. 12:10 a.m. The first unease, Jake wandered into the kitchen, running his hand over the cracked countertops. The old stove still had a pot on it, rusted shut, as if someone had been interrupted mid-cooking decades ago. Then, without warning, the pot lid rattled violently. Jake stumbled backward, his breath caught in his throat. Meanwhile, Sam and Maya ascended the grand staircase. Their footsteps echoed unnaturally. The deeper they ventured, the more the wallpaper seemed to peel on its own, revealing deep claw-like scratches underneath. "Let's not stay here," Maya whispered. Alex, downstairs, found himself drawn to an old grandfather clock. It was stopped at 12 a.m., the very moment they had entered. When he reached to touch it, the hand spun wildly before stopping at 12:10 a.m. Then the first whisper came. 12:20 a.m., the growing terrors. A chorus of voices drifted through the hallways, whispering words they couldn't understand. Maya gasped as she turned a corner and saw a shadowy figure standing at the end of the hall. It was tall and still, its eyes hollow voids of darkness. Sam shined his flashlight at it, only for the figure to vanish. A chill swept through them. They ran downstairs to find the others. Alex and Jake were already near the door, attempting to open it, but it was locked. No matter how hard they pulled, it refused to budge. Then came the knocking, a slow, deliberate knock from the other side of the door. 12:30 a.m., the descent into madness. "We need to get out of here," Jake shouted. The knocking turned to pounding. Then came the sounds of footsteps rushing toward them, but no one was there. The lights flickered. The walls groaned. They sprinted through the house, searching for another exit. The deeper they went, the more distorted the house became. The furniture seemed to shift. Doors led to the wrong rooms, and their own reflections in dusty mirrors twisted into grotesque, grinning faces. Maya tripped, falling to the floor. When she looked up, she saw long, bony fingers reaching toward her from beneath a nearby cabinet. A dry, rasping breath filled her ears. Alex yanked her up just in time. 12:45 a.m. The first disappearance, Sam was the first to vanish. 1 second he was right behind them. Then he was gone. His flashlight lay abandoned on the ground, its beam flickering erratically. They screamed his name, but all that answered was the eerie chorus of laughter echoing through the halls. "We have to stay together," Alex warned, but it was already too late. 12:50 a.m., the house tightens its grip doors that had been open moments before were now sealed. Windows were bricked over. The air became thick and suffocating. Jake turned to run, but found himself facing a hallway that hadn't been there before. A corridor that stretched endlessly, lined with portraits whose eyes followed him. Maya clung to Alex, her breathing ragged. "We aren't getting out, are we?" The grandfather clock struck 12:55 a.m. Jake screamed as unseen hands yanked him into the darkness. His voice cut off abruptly. Maya and Alex stood frozen, terror washing over them. The walls pulsed as if alive. Shadows slithered closer. The house was devouring them. Alex grabbed Maya's hand and ran toward the front door one last time. The clock was striking 12:59 a.m. If they could just hold on for one more minute. A whisper brushed against Alex's ear. "Time's up." 1 a.m., the end? The clock struck 1. The front door creaked open. The town search party found no trace of Alex or his friends the next morning. The only evidence of their presence? 4 sets of footprints leading inside, none coming out. The house had claimed them, and now it waited for the next dare.